right, let's talk about something we've probably all felt. You're posting great stuff on social media, you're putting in the work, but it feels like you're just shouting into an empty room, right? You're just not reaching the right people. Well, what if you could stop shouting and start having a direct conversation with the exact customers who need what you've got? Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on Facebook ads and show you how to turn all that endless scrolling into a real powerhouse engine for your business.
I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? To connect with people who are actually looking for what you have to offer. Well, that's exactly what we're going to set you up to do today. Let's get into it. So, here's our roadmap. Think of it as a builder's journey. First, we're going to lay the foundation. Then, we'll draft the blueprint for our campaign. After that, we'll find the perfect audience, design an ad that really grabs attention, and finally, we'll look at the data to make it even better. Simple as that.
Okay, first things first. Before we spend a single penny, we have to build our foundation. This means getting the basic accounts and structures set up correctly. Look, I know this isn't the most exciting part, but trust me, getting this right from the start is going to save you so many headaches later on.
This is a really crucial distinction to make. Your personal Facebook profile, that's for you. It's for sharing vacation photos and connecting with your family. Your Facebook page, on the other hand, is your business's storefront. It's your brand's official home on the platform. And here's the key. You absolutely cannot run ads from a personal profile. You need a page to unlock all the powerful advertising tools we're about to get into.
Every single Facebook ad is built on this three-level structure: campaign, ad set, and ad. The easiest way to think about it is like one of those Russian nesting dolls. The biggest doll on the outside, that's your campaign. It holds your one big objective, like, I want to get more sales. Then you open it up and you find your ad sets. These are the smaller dolls inside. This is where you define who you're targeting and how much you're willing to spend. And finally, inside each of those, you have the smallest doll, the ad. That's the actual creative, the image or video that people will see scrolling through their feed.
All right, foundation's in place. Now we can start talking strategy. Before you even dream of designing an ad, you need to know with crystal clarity what you want to accomplish. Are you just trying to get your name out there, drive people to your website, or are you going straight for the sale? The more specific you are here, the better your results will be.
So Facebook makes this pretty easy by giving you a menu of objectives to choose from. And picking the right one is, well, it's everything. For instance, if you're a brand new company, you might just want an awareness campaign to let people know you exist. If you wrote an amazing blog post, you'd pick a traffic campaign to get eyeballs on it. And of course, if you want to make money, a sales campaign is your best bet. It tells the algorithm exactly what you're after.
We figured out our what, so now it's time for the who. Who are we actually trying to talk to? This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of audience targeting. And honestly, this is where the real magic of Facebook ads happens. The targeting options inside Facebook are just mind-blowing. You can start with the basics, demographics like age and location. But then you can layer on interests, things people have actively shown they like, from sports cars to digital marketing. And then you can get even more specific with behaviors, targeting people based on things they do, like people Facebook identifies as engaged shoppers. It's incredibly powerful. And here's a pro tip. Don't just pick one broad interest. You can layer them to really zero in on your perfect customer. So, instead of just targeting everyone who likes shoes, which is a huge group, you can tell Facebook, show my ad to people who like shoes and also like formal wear. All of a sudden, you're not talking to sneakerheads, you're talking to people looking for dress shoes. See how much better that is? Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in your entire arsenal, remarketing. This is just a fancy way of saying you're showing ads to people who already know who you are. Maybe they visited your website or they follow your page. These people are a warm audience. They're already interested. Showing them a reminder ad is a fantastic way to stay top of mind and nudge them towards making a purchase.
Okay, we know our goal and we know who we're talking to. Now it's time for the fun part, actually creating the ad. This is what people are going to see. This is our chance to grab their attention and make them stop scrolling. So when you're designing your ad, keep a few things in mind. First, don't just show a boring picture of your product. Show someone using it, enjoying it. Second, sell the lifestyle, not just the item. Make it aspirational. Third, if you can, use content that looks like it was made by a real customer. That authentic, user-generated style builds so much trust. And always, always have a clear call to action. Tell people exactly what to do next, whether it's shop now or learn more. So your ad is live. It's out in the wild. But guess what? Our job isn't done. Not even close. Now the real work begins.
watching the data, learning what's working, and making smart changes to get even better results. You've made an ad you're really proud of. You think the image is perfect, the copy is brilliant, but how do you really know? How do you know if it's the best it can be? Well, there's only one way to find out for sure. You have to test it. This is called A/B testing, or split testing, and it's your secret weapon for improving performance. It's super simple. You just create two versions of an ad with one small thing changed between them. For example, maybe one ad has an image and the other has a video. You run them both to the same audience and just see which one wins. The data will tell you what people respond to.
Now, I have to give you one huge piece of advice here. I know it is so tempting to jump in and start changing things after just a few hours, but please don't. You have to be patient. Facebook's algorithm is smart, but it needs time, at least 3 or 4 days, to learn, find your audience, and stabilize. If you make big changes too early, you're just resetting that learning process.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground today. I really hope you're feeling fired up and ready to build your first campaign. The most important thing to take away from all this is that there's no magic formula. Success comes from experimenting, from testing, and from learning what works for your unique business. So let me leave you with this question. What's the very first thing you're going to test?